What's up everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today's video is going to be all about how I'm going to be training and eating just after the corona lockdown to rebuild my body, get back on track and keep making them gains. So if that sounds something that you guys want to watch, keep watching, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go straight into it. So I'm going to be talking about my training and my nutrition protocol from this point on, but first I do want to talk about two other things. So first of all, the previous video on my channel is a transformation video. Basically I talked about how 3 months of corona lockdown impacted my physique and my strength, a video that I personally am very proud of. So if you guys want to watch that video, it's going to be in one of these two corners. And then the second thing I do want to say before diving into my personal training and nutrition is that this is my personal approach that I'm going to take, and it is not necessarily going to be the best thing for you to do. So if you haven't been training during lockdown and you have not dieted during lockdown, doing what I'm going to do is not going to be good for you, and you probably are going to overtrain or injure yourself. So if you're someone that did not train during lockdown, the best thing for you to do would just be a full body split a couple of times a week. Just ease yourself back into it, kind of build everything back up in a much slower fashion. But for me, as you guys saw during my transformation video, I kept training and dieting during lockdown, so for me it makes sense to start at a higher point compared to someone that did not train during lockdown. So those were the two things that I actually wanted to talk about before I'm going to dive into my personal training and nutrition approach. So now we can start the main part of the video, which is explaining my current diet and training regime from this point on. So personally for me, I'm going to do a push-pull legs push-pull split from now on. So basically 5 times a week, doing 2 push days, 2 pull days and 1 leg day each and every week. So 5 training days every single week and 2 rest days every single week. Now if you have been following me since the beginning, or if you have watched some of my older videos, you will know that this split is exactly the split that I followed right before lockdown. So I'm just going to jump right back onto my old training split. I'm obviously not going to be able to hit the numbers that I used to hit a couple of months ago, but the main structure of my training is going to be the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna go through all the training days. If you guys want to see more in-depth videos on each and every single workout, I'm going to be dropping those videos in the next coming weeks. So I'm going to do videos about my push day, my pull day and my leg day, talking to you guys through all the reps and sets and all the exercises. But for now, I'm going to give you guys a very brief idea of what I'm going to be doing. So Monday, the first training day of the week, is going to be a push day. So I'm going to be training chest and shoulders and tricep, and I'm also going to do some skill work. So for me, my current focus on my push days is handstand and planches. So before the workout begins, I'm going to do some static handstand and planche work, followed by some dynamic handstand and planche work. Basically doing stuff like planche holds, handstand holds, and then followed by some form of a planche push-up, followed by some form of a handstand push-up, and then some other lighter exercises after that, to kind of you know, still get some volume in, because the vast majority of my training is in the about 2 to 5 rep range. So very strength focused, kind of a sort of a powerlifting style training with calisthenics. All right, so that is the first day of training. Then we're going to go into my pull days. So if it comes to my pull training, the main focus right now is to build up towards the 1-arm pull-up. The next video you guys will see will be a pull day, where you guys will see where my current level is at if it comes to that kind of stuff. So yeah, the main focus on that day is doing 1-arm pull-ups. If it comes to my skill training, before that I'm going to be doing again some planche and handstand training, followed by some front lever work, which again you guys will see in one of my next videos. And yeah, that is basically all if it comes to my pull day. Then if it comes to my leg day, that is obviously going to be quads, hamstrings and calf work. If it comes to my leg training, my current goal is to be able to do sissy squats and then to do glute ham raises or Nordic curls or whatever the exercise is called. I'm going to overlay some footage probably of some of my previous leg days to give you guys an idea of what I'm currently doing, but that is basically what I'm going to be doing on my leg days. On my leg days, I'm not going to do any skill work whatsoever, because I like to keep my leg days purely dedicated to training legs, because obviously that is the main thing that you want to be doing on leg days, and also a leg day for me is quite intense, so I don't like to do skill training before my leg days. So that is basically my push-pull leg. Then the next 2 days are going to be again a push day and a pull day. Now with these days, they are very similar to my first push and pull day, but on these days I'm going to do a little bit more lighter weight, higher rep work and less strength work compared to my first push and pull day of that week. And I'm also going to do the exact same amount of strength work on those days, but on my second pull day I'm also going to throw in some sets of back lever. Now back lever I only do once a week because I can already do a back lever, and I'm just doing it to maintain it whilst I am training for my front lever. So that is basically the entire split, the entire week of training for me. Now after my trainings I also do some stretching. So on my first push day I will do a upper body stretch and a lower body stretch. On my first pull day I will do a upper body stretch. After leg day I will obviously stretch out my legs, and then on the second push and pull day I will both stretch my upper body out, because obviously my legs are sore for the next 2 days after leg day, and then during the weekend somewhere I will again stretch out my lower body. So during the week I will stretch my lower body 3 times and my upper body 2 times. Main focus here is to obviously work on joints like shoulders and wrists, and then if it comes to my legs, I'm going to be focusing mainly on my hamstrings and my quads, and obviously my ankles, to make sure that I am mobile and flexible as well as strong. So that is kind of my entire training split explained to you guys. Again, I'm going to drop videos in the next coming weeks talking about each and every one of those days specifically, because I think those days deserve a video on their own. So that is basically everything when it comes to training. Now if it comes to my food intake, I'm currently eating at maintenance, so I'm eating about 3,200 calories every single day. Whether that is training days or a rest day, I will usually keep my calories quite consistent, but usually on my rest days I will undereat slightly to kind of compensate for less activity throughout the day. So practically that will usually mean that on my training days I will be eating about 3,200 calories, and on my rest days I will be eating around 3,000 calories roughly, just to kind of again compensate for not training that day, to make sure that I don't gain any weight on those days. So for me, again, currently eating at maintenance. In the next coming weeks, when I am happy with my physique, I might change to a slight surplus, so might go to 3,300 calories or 3,400 calories in the next coming weeks, but I will see how my body kind of progresses from this point on. What I kind of want right now is to kind of lose some body fat that I have gained during the lockdown. You guys will know that if you guys watched my previous video, which again is a transformation video. So I kind of want to eat at maintenance for a while, kind of lose some body fat just through keeping my activity high and therefore being in a deficit, because obviously you can't lose weight when you're not in a deficit. And yeah, I think that is pretty much everything that I'm going to cover in this video. So I try to keep it specific and superficial at the same time. So this video is kind of to give you guys a full look at my training split and my nutrition. In the next coming weeks, more specific videos about my push, pull and leg days are going to come online for you guys to check out basically. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. If you guys have any videos that you want me to make, or any tips to make my content better, would be highly appreciated if you guys would leave that down below in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.